Hi, I wanted to talk about one of my all-time favorite perfume makers that I have known for many years. I haven't tried that many scents from them, but I remember them from my childhood when first time I was in Paris with my parents really long time ago during a cheap, simple group trip. And that time I got to see the Fragonard Perfume Museum in Paris in Madeleine district. And also they talked about their scents. For example, those days my first perfume ever was Emily. It was Yves Saint Laurent Paris inspired fragrance, and it was a dupe of this Yves Saint Laurent fragrance, as they said. But really, Fragonard itself is a wonderful grass region, France perfume maker brand, similarly to Moulinard, and it is definitely a beautiful traditional French perfumery. It is not a designer brand, but it is more of a perfumer, classical perfumer brand, which, of course, popularity wise is smaller than Yves Saint Laurent, Dior, and so on and so forth. But at the same time, they aren't clothes manufacturers, but instead they solely create perfumes and bath and simple other similar products that are more bath and body works niche. And at the same time, I wanted to highlight another fragrance that I had purchased a couple of years ago. It wasn't expensive, and I believe they also have DDPs and EDTs, so also a lesser concentration for various scents as well. But at the same time, this particular fragrance to me felt very 90s, very classical 80s, 90s, elegant French summertime scent for women, but in general it's also a unisex worthy fragrance. And it is the Fragonard Grain du Soleil. It has darkened over a couple of years, so you can see it in Fragrantic Portal in bright yellow, but my particular fragrance bottle has darkened because sometimes with amber scents and woody scents they will become more cognac colored over time, and it is all right because technically it doesn't necessarily mean that the fragrance has spoiled, it just has matured. And about this fragrance, they have multiple fragrances in the Soleil line, Fragonard Soleil, and this is more of the darker ambery scents in this particular fragrance line, but it is still pretty long lasting for a scent that is not necessarily a niche quality scent, but rather classical, more or less affordable French perfumery. And of course, in French perfume stores, for example, in Moulinard factory and store in Grasse region, you can also have different tours and workshops on scent creation. And the same way about Fragonard, and they also have tours in their Paris store. They also have the guided tours on the scents, and also you can purchase these fragrances on the spot. And I believe in Grasse region, where the factory is located, they also offer tours and scent creation workshops, like most of the regional Grasse region and other French perfume brands that aren't necessarily designer or niche quality fragrances. And I think that that is very fun. I haven't tried the workshops, and I had tried workshops locally by independent contractors, but not this one. But at the same time, I had to say that the tour was amazing. And also now visiting Paris as an adult. And actually seeing the tour once again, I have to say that it hasn't changed, but at the same time, it's extremely fun. But you have to book it in advance, otherwise it will be overbooked. But you can still visit the museum freely, even without the tour. So it is just a preference. And when talking about the main accords of the Fragonard Grain du Soleil, these are powdery, vanilla, amber, warm, spicy, woody, white floral, balsamic, cinnamon, smoky, and iris. And I have to say, amber notes and cinnamon notes are extremely strong in this fragrance. So if you don't like orientals, if you don't like woody scents, an amber scent, then most likely you won't like this fragrance. But at the same time, it has some desert Egypt kind of scent quality to it, and it smells very earthy, but at the same time very ambery. So that is a very nice fragrance for probably summertime and maybe also later months of spring that you could wear it. You could also wear it as a signature scent if you want to, but at the same time, I think that it is a nice fragrance both for gifting. They also had different designer soaps and other interesting goods that are perfect as gifts, and also mini gift sets, both online, and they also send catalogs of perfumes if you have purchased their goods online before, and also on the spot in their store. And at the same time, this particular fragrance was created in 1999, so almost 25 years ago. And I have to say that this particular scent, of course, is quite reminiscent of the 90s. So if you like classical 90s scents, you might like it. And the packaging design is also very 90s inspired. But at the same time, I think that personally, this is a lovely chic look. And when talking about fragrance notes, vanilla, amber, heliotrope, cinnamon, incense, sandalwood, iris, patchouli, orange blossom, jasmine, and rose. So, like for most of the French perfumes, of course, the rose scent, orange blossom scent is here. You also get sandalwood notes, vanilla, amber, so it is very, very French perfume vibe inspired in comparison Arabics and Italian fragrances. Well, for Arabics, you will have oud quite often, and for Italian fragrances, also different notes that will be in the raisin range. But for this particular fragrance, it is quite similar to other Fragonard fragrances. They have Diamant, they have other Grain de Soleil fragrances, and many other fragrances in their line that they still sell, that are either vintage ones or newer ones. They also have newer fragrance collection that are both ADTs and EDPs, and you can pick and choose, as well as room scents and other home scents that you can use for scented sticks, for soaps, and so forth, and also lotions. So if you like coordinated scents, you can, for most of these fragrances, buy also a coordinated lotion or room scent that is similarly inspired on the Provence region, spring themes, and so you can have your whole house smelling nice. And at the same time, the sillage is more or less moderate. You can overspray it, and of course it will be very visible then, but overall it is a moderate sillage, moderate longevity wise. It is more long lasting than other Soleil fragrances in the Soleil line, for example Fragonard Soleil and Coeur de Soleil. These would be a little less long-lasting fragrances, but also on the fresher side. For example, on the citrus aromatic green range, well, this is more on the darker woody and amber notes range. But do I recommend this fragrance? Well, absolutely, if you like classical French perfumes. If you like Molinard, if you like other similar fragrances that are in the Bath and Body Works, perfumes, classical French perfumery, historical French perfumery range, you will love it. And you can always order little gift sets that are small sample size with the same little bottle design fragrances that you can either gift or you can try out yourself. And if you don't like other mini samples in the line, then you can re-gift them to your friends. And overall, I have to say that this fragrance is worth for the money that you will pay for it, and it is pretty good, long lasting, and pretty pleasant. But of course, it is very 90s scent profile wise, and if you want something fresher and more modern, you can choose other fragrances in their line that are recent past 5 years releases. So overall, what I like the most about this fragrance is the packaging actually in the Soleil line, because it is very classical and very chic 80s, 90s style with the cute sunshine cap. And it is a nice scent that you can wear and spray on if you want to go to beach in summertime or garden house, do some garden work and just hang around in your free time with your friends and family. This is a perfect scent for that. Is it an office scent? Probably not, but at the same time, if you don't overspray it, you can still wear it, and you can wear it as a signature scent if you really, really like it. So that's all about Fragonard, and of course I recommend visiting their store in Paris the same way as I recommend visiting in Grasse region perfume stores and workshops of other perfume companies, and also if you're in Paris visiting Palais Royal, Serge Lutens store with the historical mini scent collection and museum in it. So that's all for today, and have a good week.